Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars.
Graduate student, you are expected to contribute to the field of study. So try to be innovative and creative, because that would be very helpful for your future.
The originality of your idea is the most important, but also it means that you have to make sure that the idea that you are writing, posting or communicating is originally yours.
As an international graduate student, the room for error is that much smaller. So it's very important that you focus on your primary goals and that your grades do not suffer.
If you study social sciences, you will probably have to read a lot of books. For instance, I usually have to read 2 or 3 books per week. It might be very challenging at the beginning, especially because English is not your native language. So you might feel very frustrated because there's no different treatment, whether you're international student or American student.
As regards workload, there is actually a lot of work. Grad school is work, not play. So you want to respect the fact that you're going to have to do a lot of readings and research.
Make sure to always write your paper ahead. At the graduate level, professors are very, very serious about the English, and being an international student is not an excuse to have a few spelling mistakes.
Another thing is for you to be determined and self-motivated, so you could actually succeed in what you came up with.
Too much light in this window, don't wake me up.
As a graduate student though, it is very important to know what your primary goal is and to focus on it. Graduate school is an interesting experience, but it's very easy to get drowned in your own world. It's very important to break out of this mold. Many seminars and conferences which happen in your department and as well as in other departments will help you break out of this mold. Conferences helps you get your name out there, and it helps you build contacts which will potentially help you land that job either in the industry or as a faculty position. Conferences also help you gain perspective into your own research from experts and peers in your field. OU is a research institute, so if your primary goal is research, then you're at the right place.
If you're a PhD student and want to become a professor, I suggest you check out the Center for Teaching Excellence. They have programs, workshops, and they organize even a colloquium every year to help you improve your teaching skills, and you can even get a certificate at the end.
As PhD students, most of the time we also become teaching assistants in our departments, and the most difficult thing is to balance the time between those two jobs. The thing that we need to remember is that we are coming from a different culture and teaching in a culture which might be totally different than ours. So we need to draw the boundaries between us and students very well in the beginning of the semester. We intend to assume that students will know how to address us or how to write emails, but in reality it's not the case. You need to be flexible and you need to be open what your students want from that class.
There are also great academic resources for graduate students here at OU. One of them is the OU Writing Center. This is a great place if you need help in writing your papers or your dissertation. They organize workshops, seminars that help you get motivated to write, and they also have meeting groups where you just sit with other grad students and write.
I have been using the Bizel library for the last 5 years. You can reach most of the books in your area, and you can use online resources. For instance, here, if you are not able to find a book, you can just use interlibrary loan, order the book, and get it in 2 or 3 days without paying anything.
Here you know you are unique and weird. You will find some facilities that you have no idea, or maybe in your country you will not find it.
Here at OU we have very nice gym and swimming pool, so you can fully do exercise for free.
There are therapy sessions at the Goddard. You can arrange it. It generally is around 50 or 60 minutes, and you can talk to your therapist, and he and she can really help you.
Ask for money and get advice.
Your own department would have travel grants available for that purpose.
The Graduate Student Senate, or GSS, is the representative of graduate students in the Student Government Association. The GSS also offers a set of awards that you can use for either traveling to conferences or doing research. There's limited funding, but you can apply for those awards every semester. Most of the departments here at OU offer either research assistantships or teaching assistantships. And so these graduate assistantships usually pay for your tuition and give you a monthly stipend, and you're expected to either teach or do research in return. There are two financial resources offered by the graduate college. One of them are fellowships, and those are available to newly incoming PhD students. These are like scholarships, and they're offered to you, unlike graduate assistantships.
I was on a path to the limelight. Now I'm on another one.
While education is the main reason you came to OU, and things might get frustrating and overwhelming oftentimes, you should not neglect your social and personal life.
Connecting with people on campus really helps you adjust. Connecting with the right people is actually important in you adjusting to the environment.
OU has a great student body, and there are a lot of opportunities for you to go meet other graduate and international students. There are about 200 student organizations, out of which 30 are international organizations.
The reason you want to get connected is so you can know how the system works, how the OU system works, how your department works, your accommodation, transportation, feeding. This will help you adjust and settle in. Here at OU, you will also enjoy the fact that your professors are accessible to you as a grad student, so they are there to help you to ask questions, take advantage of that opportunity so you can get the best out of the program.
They can really help you creating your network and look for opportunities. So it's always good to go over the language barrier, the cultural barrier, and actually meet them and interact with them.
Not only by socializing you will find the solutions to your problems, also you will know new people, people with another perspectives, people with another ideas, with another occupations, and besides people with contacts. Sometimes they don't have the solution, but sometimes they know people who knows what is the solution for the problem that you are facing.
We need to remember that we are here to finish or get our doctorate degree. It's the most important thing that we need to focus on. On the other hand, it's important to remember that we need to do jobs given to us. So if a professor tells us to finish the grading until 2 days later, you have to do it on time, because it's how we actually get our salaries.
So when you plan your schedule for the week, you have to bear in mind that how you plan your schedule is going to determine how every day of the week is going to look like for you for the time for each semester. So you need to plan ahead and make sure that not all your courses are modular into 1 or 2 days. And then in planning your schedule, you know you need to have time to read and time to rest. So it's important that you have to try and find a way to have like a balance.
But the nice thing about it is the flexibility. You get to manage your own time. So make sure you allocate some time for yourself. Get a hobby, go travel, do something that you like.
There might be times that you think, what I'm doing here, what's wrong with me, why I want to study that long. Those are the questions that we actually ask ourselves every day. It's a normal process, it happens, but since you are here, you made the decision of being here and you spend so much time of studying, you need to remember that this process is gonna be over, you need to stick with it, and then just remember that there's always a light at the end of tunnel.
What else? You know say money no be problem.
go. T, Minga me honk of a boy for four. Maybe the junk, come with the Joseph Draw. What am I come to team into mentos of war? The human dear Sam and then mad door. I don't want to reminisce how we used to be. I don't think you even know what you mean to me. When you mean your macada with a new release, I miss you, and you be my new disease. Would you will you be my boo for life? Someone coming home, I mean, I don't feel survive. We took my day, I don't see your type. Really want to see your face, make we meet for Skype. But then I'm a dog, this is a way I'm in Pena. Over say you're good, I would have my dentina. Clean shabby, supper, wins you, fan hammer.